Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm in my 50 TP and we are on Severogorsk in counter battle. There's two 10s on each team. Each team has a Death Star, they have a mouse and we have a Patton. And then there's quite a bit of 9s and each team has at least 4 8s. They have one extra. So Severogorsk, my opinion, win the 1, 2, 3 line. You get the high ground, you can cover the map. Anything that fights an 8-9-0, you can deal with as it comes out of those 2 chokes or 3 chokes. I mean, you kind of have to go with what your team is doing on this. If you try to support the side that is outmatched, then you're not going to have a very successful game. So a lot of my team is going to the 1, 2, 3 line, which is great. Our T95 says attack, which is kind of hilarious since he's the slowest tank there. We do have 3 heavies moving through the middle, which is important to get vision in the middle and control it, just because that's really where most of the flanking comes from. However, you have a lot of crossfires that you have to worry about and cover and deal with. So since T95 and Tortoise are going up this direction, I kind of want to support these heavies, make sure that this Scorpion G that just came off the hill is taken care of. I hit him in the back. And then their Type 4 heavy and their Death Star are both up in that corner. So they're both derping. Don't really want to take shells from either of them. I guess I just assume every Japanese heavy tank is derping. I don't know if that Type 4 heavy is derping or not. So it's 1 to 2. So my feelings on 50 TP. I still think it's probably a good combination of the 3 tanks. The IS-3, strong turret, good hull, but not something that you can just always depend on. It's got gun handling like the T-34. Anyways, it feels that way. I haven't looked at the stats to compare it. And then I would say it's probably like gameplay is mostly like an Emil 1. Where you want to stay hull down, use your gun depression, and suffer through your long reload. Now, obviously it doesn't have an autoloader like an Emil, but it does have nice gun depression off the side of the tank, so if you can work the angles, which is probably the biggest learning curve for this tank, is figuring out how to utilize the gun depression. It's 8 degrees off the front, 10 off the side, and it just wallops people when you actually get your shell in. So Wargaming has done a lot of ops where you can get a lot of crew training boosters, and I have gotten 5 skills on this crew already, and I'm not even to, I think, 80 matches in it. Definitely get excited when there's tier 10s on the enemy team and I'm in my tier 8 premium tank with an XP booster. I mean, it can always go either way. If your tier 10s don't do anything, then you're pretty much just throwing a booster in the window, but out the window. But when you can support your tier 10s and actually get some damage out, then you're gonna have a nice crew boost. Alright, so talking about that, I missed all that action. We won the north. We got our tank destroyers up on this sniper hill. So right now I feel like we have map control, but if we don't progress or make any moves, they can potentially set up crossfires on us. So I'm just seeing if anyone makes a mistake, and I see that Death Star right as I decided to go down the hill. You can see I tried to stop and get a shot into him, but I was already tipping down that hill. Alright, so we got Type 4 here. I hit his track. I was hoping I could track him there because it'd be easier to flank, and then as long as this Patton goes with me, we should be able to shut him down fairly quickly. He thumps me, I get a shell into him, and now he's a one-shot for me. Patton misses his top cap. I wish he would have just taken his side. I gotta drive around this Scorpion G, which doesn't allow me to grab his side. But we have him in a crossfire, so as long as I get to his side before he reloads, we'll be good. Shut him down. Now it's 9v8. The Patton's loader's dead. At this point, I already should have moved already, I think. Maybe he's still helping that heavy out, but I mean, the writing's on the wall that heavy's gonna die, so Artie should just abandon that spot. I wanted to help him get shots in the side of the Mouse and the E75, but they're on the high road, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. However, this Emil 2 has no idea that I'm on his side, and if he goes attack the Patton, I should be able to shoot him. Now, I know there's a Death Star off to my right, so I kind of want to stay close to these buildings, make sure that Death Star doesn't get a shot on my side. Emil 2 wasn't paying attention. It allows me to get a shot right into his side. And I'm taking my time here just in case he is up on that sniper hill. I don't want to keep all these buildings on my right side here. So, alright, Mouse and E75 took care of our 507, and then Artie spots the Death Star. So I didn't really have to worry about him, but I was just playing it safe. And you see it's 11 versus 10. We have our Tortoise T95, T49, Patton, and me, and then they have a Mouse 183 and an E75. Definitely have enough gun power and armor to take us down. I carefully aimed my APCR into the lower plate of the E75, and he even was backing up when I shot, and I didn't pen it. So he was angled a little bit. I think I could have got the shell through there, but RNG just calculated that it wasn't going to happen. But you can see how important the high ground is. T95 can see across the map, so shuts the E75 down. And now this Mouse is coming out of the entryway of the mountains there, the opening. And by no means do I want to go fight a Mouse in a 50 TP, especially with 300 hit points, but I definitely want to get set up to flank him. So this T49 runs in there. I wait for him to clear, and then I get a nice shot right in his side. And the Death Star shoots, but here I make a mistake as far as not looking at my mini-map. I'm not sure where that T49 got shot from. I'm just assuming that the Death Star came back around the bottom and is like an H8. Our Patton shuts down Mouse, so now it's just a 3v1. I mean, it's still a Death Star. If he 1v1v1s us, then we'll give up this game. Patton turns on his mic, says that we just need to go together. He's going to kill one of us. And then as I drive by this area, had I looked at my mini-map, I would have known he was there. But I pinged H8, and I was wrong, and I paid for it. So I tell Patton that he probably should just get on base, let the T95 cover him, and he agrees. Even though he thinks he could have got over there and take him out, if for whatever reason he bounces his shell and doesn't get behind the Death Star, his loader is dead, and really, if the Death Star is shooting Hesh into a Patton, it's probably going to just take him out in one shot. So At this point, if he didn't have a mic, I would probably try to tell him that he's not going to come through the middle, but when they have mics and they were communicating, I'll let them make decisions for themselves. So I won't really suggest anything, because when it comes to clutch time, if you make the wrong suggestion and get your guy killed, you feel like, you know, you could have won that game. Now, if he was doing something stupid by like driving off by himself, that'd be another thing. I'd probably just tell him, like right there, the Death Star was driving in towards the bridge. He could have just dropped down into the river and shot him in the back of the head. But he does the right move, just waits for the T-95. I mean, we got 4 minutes to shut this down. And as long as the two go together, there's no way that Death Star is going to win. He's got to find a way to get a shot on one of them without taking a shell. So as the T-95 moves in, Patton's getting in position to flank him, and T-95 actually just shuts him down. So 50 TP, once you understand the gun depression and the armor, and honestly the gun handling, those three things kind of make this tank difficult. I think for like a new player, this tank would be really frustrating, because those are three pretty important aspects to understand about your tank. So unfortunately it wasn't an ace tanker. It was only a class 2, even doing damage in higher tier tanks. It's pretty close to the same stats as my last match in this that I showed you, which was an ace tanker. I think I got 3,600 damage and 2 kills, but the assists and the blocked is pretty similar. And I think the last match that I aced it in was more around like 620 XP. This was only 1535. T-95 had 5 kills, 4,200 damage. The E-75 that was fighting the E-75 and Mouse pulled down 3K, 1 kill. And our Patton had 3 kills with 2K damage. Not having a loader kind of limits that tank a little bit. Got my mark of excellence. Yeah, 68%. So moving towards the second mark. And there's a ×5 today. So we got 12,000 XP, 120,000 silver. And that's really all I got for you guys. Another close match. Just kind of want to feature 50 TP again. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.